Alright, I'm sitting here looking at this clay and trying to decide what kind of scarf I want to put on this guy. I've got a couple examples that I took off the web of movie actors wearing their scarf. If you look up scarves, cowboy scarves on the web, most of what you get is a modern day version of how they tie their scarves, and it ain't exactly what they wore back in the 1800s. And I'm thinking of making it as simple as possible. I don't want anything too exaggerated. His coat will be over most of his scarf, and what is showing is the front part that is tied, and so I'm just going to work that out. I'm always a advocate of keep it simple, stupid, and it really is a good one. Um, it was Oriental artwork that inspired me to be a sculptor years ago when I was a kid. My mom and dad, our family was stationed in Hawaii, and my dad collected a lot of Japanese artwork, uh, porcelain sculptures of common, ordinary, fishermen, Japanese fishermen and stuff like that. And the detail work was so amazing. And I was always inspired by that. And one of the adages of Japanese art is simple is better. And I truly believe that. Although I do get a little complicated sometimes. What I'm trying to do is show that the scarf spreads out underneath his coat. The one thing that people who live out west, like I do, we find out that there's a lot of wind. And on a windy day like today, it's good inspiration. I'm going to have to fill in underneath there and there. Maybe maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, I like the look of that. Alright, I'm getting ready to do a little surgery. I'm going to take off the top of his head so I can place his hat on his head. But to do that, I got to heat up my knife so I can cut through the clay. I got a fan going, that's why the flame is all bouncing around. Okay, I'm just going to clean up the edge. This is just a little bit of a hack I came up with years ago to make it easy to make a hat and have it sit on the head properly. Okay, I've got to decide how wide of a brim I'm going to put on them. I don't want to make it too small, but I want to make it wide enough to be protection against the sun. So now I've got the top of his head on the file paper that I've got, and I'm just going to go around and keep the brim the same distance all the way around his head. I watched a gentleman on a Reels on Facebook, and this is exactly what they do when they have the beaver felt. They take the crown and they do exactly what I'm doing, except they got a tool for doing it. And while he's going around the crown, it's cutting the edge of the brim. I don't have that tool. I have to do this a different way. By the way, if you like my little hacks that I come up with, you're going to love my instructional videos, because I share with you over 50 years of sculpting hacks and tricks that I've come up with to make things a little simpler when you're sculpting. Now, I know you're not sculpting Western art, most of you guys, and your taste may run differently, but what I do is I try to show you things that work for any kind of sculpture you want to do. I've got a link to a review of my 9 instructional videos down in the video description. If you buy all 9 of my instructional videos, you get 3 more instructional videos that are not listed of different subjects for free. So it's worth looking into. Now, this is going to be the front of my hat. I've got the wire armature in this center, so I'm going to cut out the center of this armature here that I'm making, so that I can put the hat on without having that interfere with the clay hat. I just took the crown off so I could do this a little more easily, and I put parchment tape paper down so that when I turn this over and I work on the other side, it won't stick to the cutting board. It's always a good thing to have a roll of parchment paper in your studio for things just like this. Now, the brim of the hat has to be a certain thickness for the cast it properly, and that's something you have to work out with your foundry, because if it's too thin, they can't pour it. I'm using a wire tool that has a serrated edge on it, and that gives me texture. You can't see it because of the way the light is on this clay right now. Alright, now I turn it over and I put the brim on there, or the crown I mean. Line it up with the circle that I drew. Alright, now I'm going to attach this crown more permanently to the brim. The one thing you need to do is make sure your brim is evenly placed upon the head, and it's going to take some adjusting as far as the clay goes for the crown. Alright, the only way I'm going to work on this head properly with this hat on it is to get it to a level where I can see it properly. So I'm going to have to cut his head off. I won't show that because that might be a little gross for some people. Alright, the only way to really work on this is to, like I said, take it off this body and work on it properly that way. I did manage to drop this once and did a little damage to its chin, but that's easily fixed. I'm going to put a couple of screws down through his crown to anchor this hat to his head, so it won't be falling off like it did before when I was trying to get it back on here. This way it won't move around on me and I can make my adjustments. I'll have to do this tomorrow. I've just run out of time, and so I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's been fun. I didn't want to have to do this, but I really didn't see any other way of doing it. All right. Good night, everybody. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.